A group of plant or animals with similar trait of any rank is option A species, option B genus, option C order, option D taxon. And the right answer is taxon. Solution. A taxon or a taxonomic unit is a name designated an organism or a group of organisms. A taxon is assigned a rank and can be placed at a particular level in a symmetric hierarchy, reflecting evolutionary relationship. Next, in the taxonomic category, which hierarchical arrangement is descending order in correct case of animal? And the right answer is kingdom, phylum, class, order, family, genus, species. Next, match the items given in column 1 with those in column 2 and select the correct option. Herbarium, key, museum, catalog. Option 1. According to me, C. Cowan. It is a museum is a place having a collection of preserved plants and animals, and C1 is B, option B and D. And a herbarium, according to me, herbarium. Option B is correct. No, you solution answer solution option D. 1 3. Herbarium. Herbarium is a place where dried and preserved plant species mounted on a sheet are kept. And key is a booklet containing a list of characters and the alternates which are helpful in identification of various taxa. And museum is a place having a collection of preserved animals and plants. And a catalog is a list of in miniatures methodically all the species found in an area with brief description aiding identification. Next. Sequence of taxonomic categories. According to me, the right answer is option C. Division, class, order, family, tribe, genus, species. Next question. The book Genera Plantrum was written by. Carlos Linnaeus. The book Genera Plantrum was written by Carlos Linnaeus. Genera Plantrum, a monumental work, was written by Carlos Linnaeus, was published in the year 1737. It contained the work of Linnaeus, in which he grouped the plant on the basis of their sexual characters into 23 groups, according to the number of pistils present. Next. Linnaeus evolved a system of nomenclature called binomial nomenclature or monomial, vernacular, or polynomial. According to me, the right answer is binomial. Next. Taxon is the unit of a group of species. Order, taxonomy, species, or genus. Taxon is the unit of a group of. Taxon is the unit of group of taxonomy. Next. The living organism can be unexpectedly distinguished from the non-living thing on the basis of their ability for interaction with the environment and progressive reproduction, growth, and movement, or responsiveness to touch. The living organism can be unexpectedly distinguished from the non-living thing on the basis of the ability for interaction with environment. Next. Species are considered as real basic unit of classification, the lowest unit of classification, artificial concept of human mind which cannot be defined in absolute terms, real unit of classification devised by taxonomists. Species is the lowest unit of classification. Oh, sorry, wrong answer. And the right answer is species A. Species are considered as real basic unit of classification. Species are considered as real basic unit of classification. Species is a natural population or a group of natural population of individuals which are genetically distinct and reproductively isolated with similar essential morphological traits. A species also a genetically closed system because its member do not interbreed with member of other species. Next, the common characteristic between tomato and potato will be maximum at the level of their common characters between tomato and potato will be maximum at the level of their common character of tomato and Karnataka Neet 2013. Okay. B order. Oh, wrong answer. A family. The common character between tomato and potato will be maximum at the level of their family. Common characters between tomato and potato will be maximum at the level of their family. Potato Solanum tuberosum and tomato Lycopodium both belong to the family Solanaceae, which commonly called as the potato family. Many plants belonging to this family are source of vegetable, fruit, etc. Potato and tomato both belong to family Solanaceae, which commonly called as the potato family. Many plants belong to this family are source of vegetable fruits. The common characteristic between tomato and potato will be maximum at the level of their family. Next, one of the most important functions of botanical garden is that they provide a beautiful area for recreation. One can observe tropical plants there. They allow access to conservation of germ plus. They provide the natural habitat for the wildlife. Most important function of botanical garden. Option C. Yeah. They allow access to conservation of germ plus. Ex situ conservation means off-site conservation. It is the process of protecting endangered species of plants and animals by removing it from an unsafe or threatened habitat and placing it or part of it under the care of humans. Botanical gardens serve as ex situ conservation of germplasms of different plants to maintain rare and endemic plant species and also to provide recreation and knowledge about plants to a common man. Most important function of botanical garden is that they allow ex situ conservation of the germplasm. Next, the label of herbarium seed does not carry information on herbarium seed does not carry information on date of collection, name of collector, local names and height of the plant. Date of collection तो होता है, name of collector also होता है, local name भी होता है. Not carry height of the plant. Do not carry height of the plant. Need to 2016. A herbarium is a collection of plants which have been dried, preserved, mounted on herbarium seed, identified and classified according to some approved system of classification. The storage of herbarium seed forms a repository for future use. A printed label 7 into 12 cm giving the following information is fixed on the lower right corner of herbarium seed. On the lower right corner of herbarium seed. Scientific name of plant is common vernacular name, family, locality, date. What is given? First is given scientific name of plant. Second is common name or vernacular name. Then third is family, and fourth locality, and fifth is date of collection. Sixth collection number. Seven number of collector. Eight plant characteristic optional, and name of institute optional. Next question. Linnaeus is credited with binomial nomenclature or theory of biogenesis, discovery of microscope, discovery of blood circulation. Linnaeus created with binomial nomenclature in 1993 question asked. Binomial nomenclature was first given by Carlos Linnaeus in 1735. Binomial nomenclature was first given by Carlos Linnaeus in 1735 in his book System Naturae and later Species Plantrum in 1753. First in his book System Naturae and then Species Plantrum, which is published in 1753. He used two Latin words for any organism, the first being generic name and the second is specific name. The generic name begins with capital letter and the species name with small letter. Binomial nomenclature was first given by Carlos Linnaeus in 1735. Binomial nomenclature was given by Carlos Linnaeus in 1735 in his book System Naturae and later Species Plantrum in 1753. He used two Latin words for an organism, first being generic name and the second is specific name. The generic name being with capital letter and the species name with small letter. Next. There is no life on moon due to the absence of oxygen, water, light or temperature. Water. There is no life on moon due to the absence of water. Water is an essential constituent of cytoplasm of all living organisms. It helps in distribution of substance within the organism, elimination of waste products, maintenance of body temperature, etc. It is absent on moon. Anaerobic organisms that can live in the absence of O2, light and temperature are already known to exist on the moon. Again, there is no life on the moon due to the absence of water. No life on moon due to the absence of water. Water is essential constituent of cytoplasm of all living organisms. It helps in distribution of substance within the organism, elimination of waste product, maintenance of body temperature, etc. It is absent on the moon. Water is absent on the moon. Anaerobic organisms that can live in the absence of O2, light and temperature already known to exist on the moon. Next, static concept of species was put forward by static concept of species Charles Darwin. No. Linnaeus. Static concept of species was put forward by Linnaeus. Static concept of species. Static concept of species was put forward by Linnaeus. Static concept of species was put forward by Linnaeus. Static concept of species was put forward by Linnaeus. Next. Which one of the following animal is correctly matched with its particular taxonomic category? Tiger, tigris. Species. Tigris is species. Cuttlefish, mollusca class, human primata family, housefly, musca order. Which of the following animal is correctly matched? Housefly, no. A. Tiger, tigris is species. Tiger, tigris is species. Tiger is tigris and species. Next. Match the column 1 and 2 housefly classification using the family order class phylum. Housefly phylum Arthropoda D का 2 एक ऑप्शन ए family Muscida. Houseflies belong to the family Muscida. Housefly belong to the family Muscida order order Diptera and class Insecta phylum Arthropoda. Next, ICBN stand for International Code for of Botanical Nomenclature, International Congress of Biological Names, Indian Code of Botanical Nomenclature or Indian Congress Biological Names. And the right answer is A. International Code of Botanical Nomenclature. Next, which one of the following is not a correct statement? Neet 2013. A museum has collection of photographs of plants and animals. Key is a taxonomic aid for identification of species. Herbarium house dried preserved pressed and preserved plant specimen. Botanical garden have collection of living plants for reference. According to me, the incorrect statement is A. Museum have collection of preserved plants and animal species. For study reference, specimens are preserved in the containers or jars in preservation. Plant and animal specimens may also be preserved as dry species. Insect preserved in insect box after collecting, killing and pinning. Larger animals like birds and mammals are usually stuffed and preserved. Museum often have collection of skeleton of animals too. Next question. The term phylum was given by Cuvier, Haeckel, Linnaeus, and Theophrastus. Phylum. Phylum was given by Linnaeus. No. The term phylum was given by Haeckel. The term phylum was given by Haeckel. Phylum was given by Haeckel. The term phylum was given by Haeckel. Next. Neet 2016. Nomenclature is governed by certain universal rules. Which one of the following contrary to the rules of nomenclature? The names are written in Latin and are utilized. When written by hand, the names are to be underlined. Biological names can be written in any language. The first word in biological name represents the genus name and the second name is specific epithet. Which one of the following contrary to the rules of nomenclature? Following contrary to the names are written in Latin and are italicized. When written by hand, the names to be underlined. Biological names are written in any language. Oh, the wrong option is option C. Why C? Because biological names are derived either from Latin language or Latinized. This is because Latin language is dead language and therefore it will no change in form of spelling with passage of time. Next, biological organization start with cellular level, organism level, atomic level, submacroscopic molecular level. 2007. Biological organization start with according to me cellular level. No. D. Submacroscopic molecular level. Biological organization start with submacroscopic molecular level. Biological organization start with submacroscopic molecular level. Molecular assemblies are large organized set of molecular units that make up part of organelles. For example, one common macromolecule assemble is the macrotubule, which is important in forming structure in the cell related to maintaining the cell structure or related to cell movement. The cell membrane surrounds many organelles and the cell is highly organized Molecular assembly. Biological organization start with submacroscopic molecular level. This question come in NEET 2007. Next question. Select the correctly written scientific name of mango, which was first described by Carlos Linnaeus. And the right in Mangifera indica. Col- B. No. See, Mangifera indica lean. Mangifera indica lean. The right answer. According to biological nomenclature, the first word denoting the genus start with capital letter, while the specific state start with a small letter. Example: scientific name of mango is Mangifera indica. Name of the author appears after specific epithet at the end of biological name and is written in abbreviated form. Example: Mangifera indica Linn. It indicates this species was first described by Linnaeus. Next. Which one of the following organisms is scientifically correctly printed according to the international rules of nomenclature and correctly described? Musca domestica, the common house lizard, a reptile. Plasmodium falciparum, a protozoa pathogen causing the most of serious type of malaria. Flesh tigris. The Indian tiger will protect in green forest. E. coli, full name Entaemba coli, a commonly occurring bacterium in human intestine. Correctly described. Plasmodium is a pathogen. XB. Plasmodium falciparum, a protozoan pathogen causing most serious type of malaria. Plasmodium falciparum is a protozoan parasite, one of the species of Plasmodium that cause malaria in human beings. Being diagnetic, its life cycle is complete in two hosts, man and mosquito. Man and mosquito. Next, which of the following is less general in character as compared to genus? Which of the following less general character has less general character as compared to genus? Family? No. A. Species following as let's compare. Species has less species has less general character as compared to genus. Species has less. Next question. A taxon is a group of related families, group of related species, group of a type of living organism. A taxonomic group of any rank. And the option and the right answer is D. Taxon is a taxonomic group of any ranking. Next. Which one of the following aspect is an exclusive characteristic of living thing? Isolated metabolic reaction occur in vitro, increase in mass from inside only, preparation of events happening in the environment and their memory, increase in mass by assumption of material both surface as well as internally. Which of the following aspect is exclusively character of living thing? Option D, no. C. Exclusive characters of living organism is precipitation of event happening in the environment and their memory, which is aspect of exclusive character of living thing. Precipitation of events happening in the environment and their memory. Precipitation of events happening in the environment and their memory. Next. Which of the following against the rule of ICBN and International Code for Botanical Nomenclature? Handwritten species scientific names should be underlined. Okay. Average species should have generic name and specific epithet. Okay. Scientific names are Latin and should be italicized. Generic and species names should be written starting with small letter. And the wrong answer is option D, because generic name and species name should be written in capital. Generic name is written in capital and the species written in small letter. Next, the term new systematic was introduced by systematic. Systematic was introduced by the term new system was given by Julian Huxley. Julian Huxley. This classification taken into account system genetic and physiological factor. New systematic was introduced by Julian Huxley. New systematic was discovered. New systematic was introduced by Julian Huxley. New systematic was introduced by Julian Huxley. Next. Basic unit or smallest taxon of taxonomic classification is basic unit or smallest taxon of taxonomic species. Species is the basic unit or smallest taxon of taxonomic classification. Next, biosystematic aims to the classification of organisms based on broad morphological character, delimiting various taxa of organisms and establishing their relationship. The classification of organisms based on their evolutionary history and establishing their phylogeny on the totality of various parameters from all fields of studies. Identification and arrangement of organisms on the basis of their cytological characteristics. Biosystematic aim to, according to me, option C. Biosystematic aims to the classification of organisms based on their evolutionary history and establishing their phylogeny on the totality of various parameters from all fields of studies. And the total 31 question is completed. Now I'm going to submit. You can see result analysis by watching a short videos.